ladies, it's Allie. I am the co-founder of the Bod Garage. I am 54 years old. I'll be 55 in October. And I got a question the other day and I wanted to answer that. I got a question about, does menopause cause you to lose hair? Okay, and we're going to discuss that. So if you want to jump on here, give me a thumbs up, let me know you're here. There's lots of changes that take place in menopause. The thing I hate about it is that we as women a lot of times are very quiet about those changes. We think sometimes that we're just crazy. We think that they're inappropriate to talk about. Those things are embarrassing, right? But they're not. I think we need to just open the conversation up, and that's what we're doing here on this private page. It's a page where I only allow women to come on and we talk about things. This is a new page I started, and on this page we're only going to talk about things that pertain to women. No men can see our comments here, no men can see my posts here, just female women that are on here, and all of you are women on my page. So I think we have close to 600, 550 something women on here right now. So I'm excited to talk to you about this. And there is no subject on here that I really feel is off limits as far as women go. Let's talk about it. I wish that I had older women in my life reach out to me and talk to me about these things that I would face while going through menopause. I want to say, first of all, I am not a doctor. I work with menopausal women who have trouble and issues with gaining weight, and I help them with weight loss. The things that worked for us whenever we were 20 years old to lose weight, just calories in, calories out. Watching those calories don't necessarily, let's just be honest, work when you're going through perimenopause and menopause. Things have changed, and I want to talk to you just about one of those things, not to do with weight loss, but it actually is also to do with a little bit of weight loss. As we age and we go into perimenopause, there are things that change in our body. Our hormones change, our estrogen levels change, and they start dropping. And it really changes a lot in our body. Our testosterone levels, they change. We have these things called androgens in our body. And as our hormones change, we have androgens that change us. Those androgens cause lots of different things in our body. One of those can be hair loss, okay? And another one is we see our weight changing, it's shifting. We start gaining weight around our middles. So androgens cause lots of different things. Those two things I want to talk about today: hair loss, hair thinning, and also the weight we gain around our middle. Okay, the weight is not our focus. Let's talk about hair loss. The hair loss that we have when we're in menopause is the same type of hair loss that men have. It's called androgenic alopecia. All right. And, we lose it in a little bit different than men. A lot of times there's in this horseshoe shape, or, they start the receding hairline here. And as women, it's a little bit different for us. You'll start seeing it in your part. You'll start seeing it here. And not only losing hair, but you guys will start seeing hair thinning, like the strands, especially around the front of my hair right here. Like I said, I'm 54. I'll be 55 this year. I'm completely through menopause, but I've noticed a difference in the texture of my hair. My hair's always been fine, but around here, especially around my ears, the texture is just so fragile and it breaks. And I see a lot of women who are older or going through menopause. Many of them have broken hair around the front of their ears, and it's hard to grow that hair out sometimes. A lot of people lose hair, it starts thinning, and we're noticed, whoa, my hair is getting thinner. Well, that is called androgenic alopecia. It's just like what men have. And there are some treatments for that, and I want to discuss that with you guys. But there are also other reasons. I want you to be aware that there are other reasons you could be losing hair. And, those could be nutritional deficiencies, like having low iron or other nutritional deficiencies in your life. You could also have things like a fungal issue that is causing you to lose hair. You could have inflammation. You could have hypothyroidism, so you might need to have your thyroid checked. Even something simple like pulling your hair back too tight could cause you to lose hair. You know, if you do it and it's too tight, it really, really does damage those hair follicles. So you have to be really, really careful. But like I said, most of the time as we age and we go through perimenopause, which that means, you know, the first stages of menopause, or through menopause or postmenopause, those issues are most of the time related to androgenic alopecia. Okay, and that happens when the androgens in our body change, hormone levels change. All right, and so there are ways to fix that. And like I said, before you step into these ways, I would always have a blood test. Go to your dermatologist, go to your doctor, get a blood test first if you're having hair issues. Don't be afraid to talk about it. You know, we as women, we get so embarrassed to talk about things, and we want to keep it quiet. And we don't want to say, hey, are you having hair issues? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I do. And here's the thing. 2/3 of postmenopausal women have hair loss. 2/3. Okay? 2/3 of women who have gone through menopause have hair loss. So this is something that we need to talk about, and just, you know, let our daughters know, let those coming behind us know, and not be afraid to talk about these things. They're important. You know, as a man, you lose your hair, you feel one way about it, right? But as a woman, it's just like, it's different. You know, a man could shave his head and he'll be fine with it. But a woman, it's completely different. And so these are issues that I want us to be able to talk about right here on this page, and to not be afraid if somebody sees our comments, because I want to be just as open with you as possible. Like I said, I hide. The only people who can see our posts here and our comments here are our friends, and all the women, all the people that are my friends on this page are just women. No men are able to see this page, okay? So the hormones start changing and the hair starts changing, thinning. We lose hair, and it can be related to many, many different things. But most of the time, 2/3 of women have hair loss because of menopause, okay? And those androgens changing. So the things that we can do are, if it is related to androgenic alopecia, which is the same thing men has, we can do different things. There is a thing called minoxidil, okay? And you can buy minoxidil off Amazon, and I have not used it. I am going to order some, okay? Because as I said, my hair is just really fine. The texture of it has changed here, but minoxidil is a very safe option, and you'll want to order the 5%, that's for men, not the 2% for women, because the 5% is stronger, and I have looked it up, and lots of doctors talk about the 5% is just fine for women to use. And you get it, and basically, I haven't used it before, but basically you could use it just out of the bottle there, or you could put it in something like, I see a lot of women talking about putting it in a spray bottle, and then they just pull their hair apart and spray it here and use it nightly, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. In the beginning, probably you want to use it nightly, and then go to 2 or 3 times a week. And in 6 months to a year, you start getting that hair to grow back. It takes a while, okay? And what it does is it allows the hair that's been thinning, you know, the follicle kind of shrinks. It allows that to reopen, and that hair shaft to even become back to normal. But here's the thing, when you quit, your hair returns to exactly how it was before you started minoxidil. Okay? And so, I mean, it's a thing. It's not real expensive. I was seeing some women say that they can use 6 months supply. It will cost them about $25. I have not priced it, but it's something to look into. Something that can change the texture of our hair back and kind of reverse that aging process. You know, when we look at a woman from across the room, you can usually tell, even by the back of her head, what age she is. You know, her hair starts changing, texture becomes more brittle. So this is one thing that I'm looking into. And there's many reasons, like I said, you guys, there's many reasons for hair loss. And you might want to get a blood test before you do this, even though minoxidil is proven safe. You may want to get a blood test and see if you have anything else off. A lot of times women use hormone replacement therapy, but it's not really an effective treatment to treat your hair, the changes in your hair. For some women it does work a little bit, but there's not a huge difference. And so hormone replacement therapy can be a great thing for a lot of people, but it doesn't quite fix the hair problems that we're dealing with. So you want to go with minoxidil, and like I said, you can get it on Amazon. You can order it. It be real private. You don't have to worry about anybody else. But remember, it's going to take you 4 to 6 months to see it start growing back, and about 12 months before you see the full effects. And if you quit, your hair returns to exactly where it was before you started minoxidil. It's not real expensive, but you know what? I think it's probably worth it. So I'm going to try that. Another thing that you can do that will help, sometimes minoxidil alone does not work for women. And what they do is they go see their doctor, and the doctor will look, will do some tests. And if he decides that it is androgenic alopecia, he may add something to that, like spironolactone, okay? And spironolactone was a blood pressure kind of it was a water pill kind of thing. And what it's used for is so weird, but you know what? They found that it affects women's hair loss. It doesn't work on men, but it works on women, and it basically gets the androgens under control, the things that cause you to lose that hair and that hair to thin. So they'll add spironolactone to the minoxidil use, and those double whammies sometimes really, really, really do great for women with hair loss, hair thinning, and all of that. So you can look into that. Sometimes they also put premenopausal women on things like there are different birth control pills that they can take that have kind of like the same ingredients as the spironolactone. Now, spironolactone also helps with hormonal acne. I personally take spironolactone because of hormonal acne, okay? And it's really, really helping me. I think I am probably on about month 2. It does too take a while to kick in, but we get that acne during menopause or perimenopause because our hormones are all jacked up, and it affects hair growth. Sometimes we get chin hair and mustache hair and different things going on, and hair loss and all of that. Well, that spironolactone takes care of the acne, and it also helps with hair regrowth. I want to say that hair loss. It helps you not have any more hair loss. The minoxidil helps with the hair growth, okay? So that's kind of a double whammy with that. What else do I want to say? Is there anything else? So as your estrogen declines, we're seeing all of these different things. And remember too, these things that are changing in your body, like you're having aches and different things like that. I want you to know, I didn't realize that the achy joints and all of that was related to going through menopause. So if you're having achy joints and you just feel achy in your bones all over, I want you to know that could also be to do with your hormones changing. One thing that I didn't realize that my testosterone was so low. I started having really bad memory loss, and I know this is off this side of hair. I'm not talking about hair right now, but I want you to know about some of the things that we as women don't talk about when we deal with menopause, okay? One thing that I was dealing with was the achiness. I was gaining weight. It was like my weight was shifting. Even though my weight on the scale, it total went up about 40 pounds. But I had this tire around my middle, and I didn't know what was happening to my body. And we own a weight loss company called the Bod Garage, and I started it really to help people lose weight, and found myself helping women who are going through menopause know exactly kind of what's going on in their bodies and how their food and everything needs to look different, because when those hormones change, see, it changes us here. So don't think you're crazy. Don't think that you're doing something really wrong, because maybe you've even been on point with your weight your whole life. Maybe you've never had a weight problem. and all of a sudden you're just gaining this spare, they call it the spare tire, or some people call it menopause belly, and I hate that. Don't think that that's because you're doing something horribly wrong. That has to do with our hormones. Now, I want to let you know that hormones affect so much in our body, from hair loss to achy bones to having long periods and short periods and not knowing when they're going to show up. Oh my gosh. To sexual desires up and down, or having none at all, to our mood, to our nails becoming more brittle or stronger. My nails have actually gotten stronger, which is weird. There's lots of different things. Acne, hormonal acne, cystic acne right here that's so hard to get a hold on and to fix. Spironolactone not only helps with hair and acne here, but that cystic acne. So if you're having cystic acne and you do not know what to do about it, talk to your doctor. Go see your dermatologist and ask them about spironolactone. It could really, really change your life. I mean, I have dealt with acne for a very long time. And you guys, you may not know that I'm really good at covering it up. And I have that in rosacea, but spironolactone, I have tried every acne medication that I could think of. I've tried Retin A, I've tried lots of things. And the thing of it is that has helped me is spironolactone, because it takes care of those androgens that are jacked up because of I've been through menopause, or I've gone through menopause. And so that really helps with that. But it also helps with your hair too. So look into that if you're having either or both of those issues. It will really help you. Is there anything else I wanted to share with you guys? I know that's I kind of jumped topics, but it's all on the same topic, right? But if you're just now tuning in, you guys, we talked about hair loss, and hi Julie, hi Donna, that's my mama, hi Carla, hi Marlene. It's so great to talk to you guys, and I want to let you know I'm not a doctor, but I do study these things out, and I have for several years. And I think it's a conversation worth talking about and having. I hate that women are kind of out there guessing what's going on with my body. I felt like I was crazy. I was just tired all the time, achy, gaining weight around my middle. And here's the thing. Losing my hair, thinning, the texture of my hair changing. Here's the thing. I want to let you guys know that we do change. Our bodies do change. And some of these things, many of these things, we can get a hold on. Okay? Some of them we can't. It's just normal. We're going to age. We're going to get wrinkles. And you know what? I think we don't need to be afraid of them. We don't need to be afraid of those things changing. I want to let you know that you are beautiful, and in the middle of the chaos, when you feel like everything is changing, that it's okay. It's okay. Find peace and be thankful. I used to think, this is awful. Look at the wrinkles. Look at the acne. Look at the weight gain in my middle. It's frustrating. It's aggravating. I remember crying over acne, how it seems stupid, but when you deal with something over and over again for years, it can become, it's hard on you, right? When we're going through hormonal issues, it's hard on us. It's not easy to face menopause. And you lose your mind sometimes. You feel like you're losing your mind. You're not. Just hold on. It'll be all right. And keep moving forward. But I think this is a place where I built this page specifically only for women, because I want us to be able to talk here. And Nancy, I'm so glad that you talked about hair thinning and hair changes, because it is so important. And let's not be afraid to talk about it. So if you didn't get the information, if you're just now coming on, guys, go back and watch. There's lots we can do about hair thinning, and there's lots we can do with diet to change our waistline back. You guys have seen me transform, and you see my clients transform, and I'm going to tell you this. It is through diet. It's the right type of diet, because those things that change in our bodies, those hormones going up and down, they cause us to have lots of different changes in our body, even weight gain. Okay, so don't feel so guilty. They cause us to be hungry. And we might say, well, I just ate. Why am I hungry? A lot of times that is your hormone levels. Did you know that? And did you know that you can fix a lot of your hormone imbalances with the foods you eat? Eating the right healthy foods, the healthy fats, omega-3s, and getting vitamins A, C, and E. Make sure tracking your food, eating the right lean meats and the right vegetables and the right fruits, taking things that are full of preservatives out of your diet. Those things will change your life. They'll change the look of your body. They'll change your health. They'll change the way you feel, and they'll help you with even things like hot flashes and achiness and all of that. Didn't mean to go into all that, but I just want to let you know this is a safe place, okay? We're going to keep whatever we talk about here on this page inside this page. Don't be afraid to ask me anything. If I don't know, I'll find out. I'll search till I find out. But I'm an open book. I would be glad to share with you anything that I do know, and if I don't know the answer, I'll find the answer for you. So Nancy, thank you for asking about hair loss today. We all deal with it. 2/3 of women who are postmenopausal, if you didn't hear me earlier, 2/3 of women who are postmenopausal deal with hair loss and hair changes. So it's okay to talk about, okay? Let's talk about it. There are lots of ways to fix it. Go back, and there are lots of issues that cause it. So go back and listen to this video. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you want to talk about next. And I love you guys. It was wonderful talking to you tonight. Have a great evening. We'll talk soon, okay? Bye.